What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? We back in the building, man. Back in the building, right? And guess what? It's 2025, man. It's 2025. Some things never change. Some things never change. But before I get into this, let me say this, man. No matter where you go, you are who you are and you are what you are. It don't matter where you go. In other words, what I'm saying, man, this is 2025, right? And we as a people supposed to get treated with equal rights, right? What I mean by that, they say, hey, man, we all got 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week. Go get a job, work, make somebody yourself, and people treat you different, right? That's what they said. That's what they said. People treat you different. It's not always the case, man. It's not always the case. It's one thing remains the same, man, that we still live in a black and white world, man. Although it's not the 60s, it's not the 50s, but some people can't get past that. They can't get past that. It's sad, but it's true, right? But anyway, this is 2025, man. Things supposed to be different. But I beg the difference. We got a brand new president by the name of Donald J. Trump. Matter of fact, shout out to Trump. Shout out to Trump for all those that supported him, right? Y'all got what y'all want. And let's see what he gonna do with it, right? And I always like to say this. You got to give a ball, a strike, man. You have to give a ball, a strike. In other words, if you put the work in, it might come out good for you. But on the back end of that, it might not come out good for you. Now, don't let that go over your head, because you can have the gift of gab only for it to turn out to be the curse of gab, right? What do I mean by that? Sometimes things don't always bounce your way in this thing called life, right? But nevertheless, man, we in 2025, but some things in life never change. In other words, what I'm saying, man, the color of a person's skin would never change. And some people can't ever get past that. Can't never get past that. Although we in 2025, and some of those things supposed to already have changed, right? But when you cut from a cloth of racism, that cloth is thick, man. You can't cut it overnight. You can't cut it in years. You can't cut it in months. Sometimes it takes decades to cut that thing, right? For those that don't know, let me give you a little story, right? I did 25 flat years in what they call Texas prison, right? And it was many men that was incarcerated before me that did a bunch of time, right? And what I learned real quick, that any institution you in, color matters. Color matters. Because you got the dominant, you got the weaker, and you got the weakest, right? But this is not a story about that. I just want to use this for an example on what I was told one day, right? And it was crazy that a man would tell another man this. So, in any institution you in, man, it's you always gonna have some type of leeway with the correctional officers, right? And you always gonna have some type of job that would provide for you in one way or another, right? And you always have people like you, and you always have people dislike you. But in some cases, you got people that don't like you, period. I mean, at all. And this person don't even know you from a can of paint. Let's take a trip with me uh, on a day in the fields picking cotton. Let me give it to you like that. Yeah, I pick cotton. You looking at a young man that pick cotton. And stay with me now, because this is going to lead up to where I'm going to take you in a few minutes, right? I always like to paint a picture to show you it don't matter where people go. They are who they are at all times, right? Check this out. We was in the fields picking cotton, 100-pound sack, and you had to fill that bag all the way to the top, because if not, you will receive a disciplinary case, right? You'll receive a disciplinary case, right? And they had an old sergeant out there in the field, right? Uh, Old sergeant with all white hair, right? And at that particular time, prison was prison. What I mean by that, it was tough. Seen many men go down in that plantation. I call it a plantation because that's what it was to me. It was a plantation. I mean, rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of cotton. I mean, so many rows you couldn't even see, right? And I just so happened to be in the middle of the swing. And the only people that be in the middle of the swing is people that are just getting to prison or people that hadn't caught in yet on what's going on, right? This was in my lighter years, man, when I was in the swing, right? And the man politely called me up to his horse. And I ain't talking about this polo horse that's on my shirt, right? I ain't talking about that. We ain't playing no game. This ain't, no. We ain't talking about that kind of horse. I'm talking about where you got a man sitting on a horse with a weapon, whereas a cowboy hat. Call him up to his horse. Hey, come here, old thing. That's what he called me. I didn't even know what that was. I said, come here, old thing. And I go up to his horse, right? What's your name? Tell him my name. And he said, you look like you're going to be a good old field hand. You like you're going to be a good old field hand. Let me take a look at your sack. You look at my sack, right? It's halfway full. Now, at this time, I'm a little old bitty guy. But I got a bunch of time to do, right? Y'all stay with me. This is going to lead up to what I'm getting to right now to show you this is 2025, but the world is still the same. The world is still the same, right? So, he said, look like you're going to be a good old field hand. In other words, he wanted to say, look like you're going to be a good old nigga. That's what he was saying. For those that don't know, I ain't going to sugarcoat it. I'm just going to tell you straight across. That's exactly what he was saying, right? And it was a difference between all dark inmates and light colored inmates. I never seen it in my life, man. I've only heard it. I heard it. Remember what I said? I heard it. That people will project you to be some other than what you are by the color of your skin, right? And he said, look like you're gonna be a good old field hand, right? So I just looked at it, man, because I'm like, man, I'm in a position, I'm in a lose-lose situation, right? I done seen so many people get their ass kicked. It's pathetic. But I'm in a lose-lose situation. Straight up. I'm in a lose-lose situation. So uh his response to me was this. He told me his name, and after he told him I was gonna be a good field hand, he said, but I don't want you to ever forget this. The only thing in this world that I like black is my boots. The only thing in this world I like black is my boots. So at that moment, man, I'm like, man, I mean, why is this coming to me? And I immediately understood where he was coming from. You are who you are, no matter where you go. In other words, a black man or a black woman gonna be black no matter where they go. Don't matter how much money you got. Don't matter if you got this house built from the ground up. It don't matter. Remember that. People will look at you the same as if you are a convicted felon. Remember what I said. No matter where you go, there you are. In other words, some people will always look at you as being black, as if that's the worst thing in the world that they've ever saw in their life, right? And this ain't for everybody. I'm not speaking about everybody. And if I offended anybody, I meant to. If anybody watch this video and you say anything other than I'm not telling the truth, right? You tell the truth about me, and I won't tell no lie on you. And that's real. Because we're in 2025, man. And things are supposed to be just a little bit different, right? But unfortunately, they're not. They are not different. People wake up every day to discriminate against something. And that's just as real as I can put it. We are still living in crazy times, man. Things haven't changed. People haven't changed. Especially those people that was been cut from that thick cloth. Because that's a cloth that's so thick, the only way to get rid of that cloth is it has to go away, right? And because it get passed down, it's like a traditional thing with people, they pass that down. I mean, they pass it down so tough, it don't make no sense. But nevertheless, man, uh, I ran across a video the other day, right? By way of being observant. By way of being observant. I said, you know what? This situation reminds me of that situation, right? And not only does it remind me of that situation, it reminds me of a situation that I've encountered in the world, right? And for those that don't know, man, I was raised in the housing projects, right? In other words, I was raised in a impoverished area. And things wasn't too good for people like me. But that was a long time ago. Things have changed. But that cloth hasn't changed though, right? And I've experienced this situation that I'm about to show you, right? Why? Because I am who I am, no matter where I go. And that cloth is still thick, just as if it's 1960. That's real. If this shoe fits you, wear it. Don't be offended by it, because actions speak louder than words. And for the people that know me, I'm gonna bring the action. And I'm gonna let you judge it for yourself. And we're gonna have a short conversation about it. Nothing long. It's just gonna be short, but it's gonna be actual factual. It's actual factual, right? And for those that watch it, if you haven't watched it, do me a favor. Leave your comments in the comment section and tell me what you think about this situation. I'm not gonna hold you too long because I understand the attention span of people is this short. It's real short. Whether the information is good information or bad information, everybody want to get straight to it. We all guilty of it. We all guilty of it. So, hope y'all having a good day, man. And it's cold in Texas. Shout out to my people in Houston with the snow on the ground. Shout out to the people around the world, especially those in LA that experienced the fires, right? Shout out to y'all, man. Now I will say, I'm gonna send a prayer down now. Prayer ain't gonna get that house built. People need help in the world. People need help. So if you can help them, help them. But remember this, man. No matter where you go, there you are. And no amount of money will change the mind of a person that's been cut from that cloth, because it's thick. It's thick. And you can't cut it with scissors. This 2025, man. Nothing has changed, man. Nothing has changed. But nevertheless, man, let me show you these couple of clips, and I want you to leave your comments as I react to this react video that I ran across. And for those that can't grasp it or understand it, you might have to watch it 2 or 3 times to understand what's really happening or what's really going on. But remember the story that I just told you about what the man told me when I was in the field. Remember what I just told you. And you understand where I'm coming from. No matter where you go, there you are. Simple as that. Let's get into it. Check this out.
What's going on? Do you live here?
Yeah.
You do?
Papa.
I don't believe that.
What?
I don't believe that.
So where are you going?
Rory, come on. Rory, come on.
Hey.
Did someone come here?
That was my wife. Somebody chased her up here. And she had the kids.
Who chased her?
She said somebody in a silver truck.
Gray truck.
and he came
So
around the corner,
I don't
and
know if you guys have a
I was in
reading.
the street, and so I come up, and I just have my kids, and so I'm like gonna pretend that I'm coming home, and so I pull up and I start walking to your back gate, and he stops here and he goes, "Are you looking for someone?" And I said, "Nope." And then he sat here, and I was like, "I need to get in."
Well, that's my husband. That's why he lives here. Yeah. He lives here. So he came in and he said there's a lady screaming, and I'm like, that's.
She got all worried that
Scared the crap out of me.
How?
I'm so sorry.
How did he scare you though?
I just seen her in the driveway and I was like, are you looking for somebody? Because I was pulling up out
And I
home.
saw someone walking in our driveway too, and I'm like, why is someone walking in our driveway?
Well, I'm sorry.
All right, sorry.
What?
I don't.
She said that someone was following her. So you were walking from there?
No, you came this way, didn't you?
No, I came down this street right here.
Yeah.
And I was riding slow because I'm looking at our Christmas lights.
Well, you just have to understand my point of view. Being by myself with 2 kids, I just saw a car coming, and so I was like, oh, it scared me, and so I just pulled up here, and I kept thinking, this could be his house. But you didn't say, this is my home. You just said, are you looking? I was like,
I did. When you was on the porch, you asked me, did I live here? I said, yeah.
And you said, no, you don't.
And you said, I don't think you do.
It was obviously you could tell that I was really caught off guard.
Like I'm pulling in my, it's like I'm pulling in my house. Like this is not, this neighborhood is probably one of the best neighborhoods in Ohio.
It is.
I don't, you don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Well, I'm very sorry. I really hope that you're not upset with me.
Come on, baby, go in the house. Let's go.
You told me that I didn't. You said you didn't think I live here.
It was the way that you were talking. I was so caught off guard. I'm so sorry.
Remember what I told you. Wherever you go, it don't matter. There you are. As we just watched this clip, right? She was so terrified that she took off running, right? And then she came back and said, do you live here? And this individual said, yes. Only to come back to tell a lie. Remember, all this was captured on the Ring camera. Can anybody tell me the reason why she took off running and saying help when no immediate danger was happening? All this individual was doing was coming home, to his home in America, right? And what's crazy about that is she saw him driving down the street, right? And she ran to his home and pushed his door, his Ring camera, only for his wife to come out and say, well, the reason why he's coming here is because he live here, right? But this is America, right? And by the way, this happened in Ohio. This guy is a real estate investor. He had that home built there for him and his family. But no matter where you go, there you are. Simple as that, man. It's real. And it's 2025, man. Can't nobody tell me the reason why she took off running like that. You were in no immediate danger. Nobody had even did anything to you. But what you did was profile this person because you thought in your mind he didn't supposed to be where he was at. You said it. You said that. Do you live here? I've never seen you before. As if you have that much power of authority over an individual where you have to approve where this particular person stay at. This is America, man. But it didn't stop right there. It didn't stop right there. Take a look at this.
I'm out to get him for whatever reason that is. I don't know how it could be twisted that way when I literally thought he was a white man. So I knew it wasn't gonna stop there, but
Pause that for a minute. Listen what she said. Listen exactly what she said. She said she thought this individual was a white man. Lady, please, you've been staying in this community for I don't know how long, and all you see is white men. However, you've never taken off running like that up until you encountered this black man going to his home. You've never taken off running like that. So that was a lie. And then you fall right into play as if you are the victim. As if you are the victim.
so did I overreact? Yeah, maybe a little bit. But I showed up at the door and I said that I was sorry 2 times. People are going as far as saying they're not genuine apologies, that I'm out to get him for whatever reason that is. I don't know how it could be twisted that way when I literally thought he was a white man. So I knew it wasn't gonna stop there, but the Facebook page stuff was deleted. Not me ever asking for any of it to be deleted. I made a public apology to them through the video to a whole Facebook page of almost 500 residents in our neighborhood. And then I posted in the comments multiple times when people were just saying, like, disgusting and just tearing down our family's name. I once again came on and I said, if there's ever an opportunity to reconcile, like, I will. I'm so sorry I could have ever offended you. And so I've absolutely apologized multiple times. It's not been accepted. So now I woke up today and John starts sending me screenshots of people going on all of my social media channels. And I had to make my pages private. On one of the videos of us talking about opening our store, there were over 360 comments, some of which absolutely were from our members, but I would say over 300 of them within a 10-minute span.
Just look at the tears, they gone now. Fake tears, all in the name of wanting somebody to sympathize for you because of the cloth you've been cut from. On this still picture, take a look at it. Is that a person that actually says, I'm sorry? Look at the picture. Just look at the face. All I did was stop it. Look at the face. The tears are all the way gone. This is a person that has been acting this way her whole life. And what's so crazy about that is it's been passed down. Why? Because as you can see, there was a young person there that was allowed to see this behavior from this mother. So what do you think she gonna do when she grow up? She gonna react in the same way that her mother did. It's the cloth. No matter where you go, there you are.
We're from people coming to absolutely attack us, saying anything and everything you can imagine, from hating on my faith, tying that to racism and me not being who I say I am to my family, to be on a lookout, to our business is destroyed, to you can imagine everything that's being said, to our direct messages, to my friends and members being messaged saying that I'm a racist, going as far as saying that I was trying to have a black man killed. That was commented a few times. To people texting me personally, calling me a racist pig. Our direct messages, our other businesses, Crave is being attacked, and every business platform, my Facebook ratings, everything is being attacked right now.
Sometime in life, man, we get what we deserve. But when you make that bed, you got to lay in it. And as you can see, just like I saw, it's the victim role over, and over again. But this is 2025, man. But when you cut from that cloth, it's a never-ending cycle. And it's being displayed just as you saw what I saw. That was the reason why I gave you that other story first. Just to let you know, you can be at your worst. And no matter where you go, there you are. This man owns a home, and he had it built for him and his wife. But no matter where he go, there he is. It's the same, man. Came a long way in life, but still got a long way to go. Long way to go. No matter where you go, there you are, man. Y'all remember, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, man. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, man. Salute.